My name Edmond Yakani, Executive Director of SEPO. I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate the leadership and the membership of United Nations Security Council in renewing the mandate of United Nations Mission UNMISS in the Republic of South Sudan. I appreciate the mandate. It was a very encouraging mandate. Of course, it bears the key pillars that we have been advocating for. The issue of protection and safety of civilians is very key. Reduction of communal violence and rebuilding the broken social fabric through reduction of communal violence or social cohesion engagement is something that we appreciate, and of course also taking a proactive responsibility in the political transitional process. And we are so impressed that through the mandate of UNMISS, which is just renewed, elections is being profiled as the only viable option for transition the situation of South Sudan from violence to peace. And this comes at a moment where also His Excellency President met with the leadership of the National Election Commission, where also conclusion was being made that election is the only viable option for transition the country from violence to peace. As a civil society leader, I add my voice loudly and saying to political parties and political leaders, conflicting parties, that the only way we can empower citizens to decide on political leadership in the country is not through a peace agreement. It should be through the ballot box, where citizens exercise the democratic right of choosing the leader they want, that they admire, that they believe will deliver. And that also raises a social contract between citizens and their government officials at their various institutions at the various levels of the government. So as civil society leader, I'd like to take this opportunity by communicating to the leadership of the country that we will be waging through our election watch a national election campaign, and we will start by holding a national election viability roundtable in Juba that will bring all South Sudanese at their various political and civic setups to come together as an inclusive national stakeholders for us to deliberate on what define viability of election as scheduled for December 2026 and what define a good condition for creation of an environment for free, credible and peaceful election by the deadline of December 2026. But all these call for election as a viable option for power or for transition the country from violence to peace requires a high leadership, political commitment and political will. And the political commitment and will be demonstrated if the leadership of the country was able to fund the National Election Commission and election-related mechanisms and institutions timely and adequately, because funding is a clear demonstration of political will for making election as a viable option. Thank you very much.